There has never been a more tense finish to a Fufa Big League season like the 2021-2022 season, which concludes today with a winner-takes-all fixture between Kitaka and Kyetume FC here at the Mbale Municipal Stadium. Home side Kitaka coming to this fixture top of the table and on the brink of qualification to the top tier of Ugandan football, but a loss against fourth place Kyetume might see them fail to qualify depending on results elsewhere. The stakes have never been higher, with all the top four teams still in with a chance to qualify, as just 2 points separate first from fourth. The two teams will make their way to the pitch here at the Municipal Stadium in Mbale. The rain has been coming down, not so heavy, but it somehow came down and had the program held up for a few minutes, but hopefully the players are ready and warmed up enough, because this is a crunch time for both these sides as they line up and wave to the fans before kickoff of what is going to be a very, very intriguing fixture, and a fixture that means so much to these respective clubs. The match officials are inspecting both sets of players as we prepare to get underway here at the Municipal Stadium. This is how Godfrey Toldo, the head coach, has organized his Kitaka FC team, yet to lose a fixture here. Edward Kasibante, the match rather in goal, but watch out, as we always say, for Stephen Namaisi, just a number 2, some sort of throw-in expert for this team, as well as Peter Rusambula, one of the players that will be looking to get on the score sheet today in that front three, where you'll get assistance from Raymond Enyai and Emmanuel Mukisa. Aziz Nambobi will be marshalling that midfield. Looks a bit heavy by use of the ordinary eye, but let's see what sort of football he will be playing today in this crunch fixture. Kyetume, who come into this fixture having shockingly lost against Proline FC, have been arranged this way by coach David Mutono in a 4-3-3 system. Watch out for Ezra Kayechizito, the leading scorer for this club with 13 goals, only one short of the overall leading scorer for the league, Fred Amaku, who has 14. Sharif Shaka has a tendency to score some very important goals for this club. He's donning just a number 10. Watch out for him, as well as the budding star Ezra Bida, former under-17 international for Uganda. He will be part of that front three that will be looking to score goals today. They need nothing less than a victory for them to be able to qualify and return to the big time where they were last season. For Kitaka, who are donning that predominantly yellow kit, a draw is enough for them to qualify for their maiden season in the Startimes Uganda Premier League. I am Michael Chigozi alongside John Biani Simbe as ever, and John Biani Simbe, the stakes have never been higher in the Startimes Super Big League. I'm sure you and everybody else knows about this.
Well, of course, I'll tell you something, Michael, that looking at the build-up in this game, and even the referees that have been selected, Mashud Sali, Issa Masembe, Okeloli, these are all FIFA referees, and just that tells you how important this game is, that they had to choose the best that we have in the country, and Mashud Sali is definitely, arguably, the best that we have in the country in terms of center refereeing, and Okeloli and Issa Masembe equally so. And when you look at the build-up and the events that have happened in the build-up to this game, that just tells you how high the stakes are. Many things probably we will not talk about now, and maybe later. You can just see how important it is for particularly Kitaka, and also in you can't say in a lesser view for this Kyetume side, but they all know how important it is that they get a result. Kitaka in their last game against Blacks Power ended in a goalless draw here. So for Godfrey Toldo, he knows that his team has got to apply itself quite better and efficiently up front. But we know that this team, Kyetume, has got quality that can cause them a lot of havoc here at the Municipal Stadium in Mbale.
So winner takes all for in this fixture, and there are several other fixtures that will be kicking off simultaneously elsewhere, and we shall be filling you in with the very latest from those ones, including one that involves Ndeje versus Chitara, which will mean a winner in that one, especially if it's for the home side, will mean Proline FC are relegated regardless of results elsewhere. This is David Mutono, the coach for Kyetume. he will be looking to become the first manager to come at this stadium and get away with 3 points. Wait and see how he responds to that rather shocking loss against Proline FC in Nakisunga. This is the man who has that heavy burden on his shoulders of trying to ensure that both these sides walk off the pitch at the end of 90 minutes and they'll be conversant and quite satisfied with what he would have delivered. And I think you do not want to envy Mashoud Sali for this one, John Vianney.
Yeah, of course, but as much as you may not want to envy him, he's the man for the job. He's the man that you would best pick for this kind of job because he knows how to handle such tense games. He's got the experience and he knows how to control games. But we also have to look at the fact that this game, if Kitaka win it, then they are champions of the Fufa Big League. But then there's another tie in Lira that is involving Black Power and Luero. Also that one for Black Power, if they win, they could also have a chance of being declared champions. But I think most importantly for Kitaka, it will not be about who is champion, but it will be about who secures qualification to the Uganda Premier League. And for them, a draw should suffice to get them there because they've got 36 points, just like Black Power. If they can get 37, then they will be good to go.
Just the 2 points separate the top 4 teams, first from fourth, and that is how much it is important in terms of qualification. Remember, only the top 3 teams will qualify for the top tier of Ugandan football. Here is Kyetume trying to launch the first attack, and it is into the back of the net for Kyetume. The visitors take the lead through Ezra Bida, former under-17 international. First chance on goal in the 2nd minute of the game as Kyetume take the lead. It is Kyetume 1, Kitaka the home side stands.
Yeah, of course, this was never in the script, I can tell you, Michael. For Kitaka to be a goal behind after just 2 minutes is something that's going to shock them. But you look at the play there by Ezra, rather by Shaka Sharif. He beat his man there very easily and then played on a pass for Ezra Bida. A fantastic finish. He's been now among the goals this season and has been one of their most bright players this season. But Sharif Saka has played a brilliant kind of game there in setting up that goal, and one that you feel that is going to settle Kitaka, but one that is going to give this Kyetume side a brilliant start to this game, and one that should help them get onto the pedestal of qualifying for the Uganda Premier League.
As it stands, Kyetume will be taking over the leadership of this table so early on in the game. What an important goal from Ezra Bida. First chance at goal, and it is in the back of the Kitaka net.
Now, of course, that is definitely what you need when you've got this kind of troubled start to a game and when you're away from home. And for Ezra Bida, he's really calmed the nerves of his teammates. Now, what that means, that they've been on 34 points right now, it means that they've gone above Kitaka. Now they're on 37, this Kyetume side, they're on 37, and that means that if they can maintain this, what would mean that if Maroons also beat up on Nyamitobura, because Maroons is on 35 points. If they beat Nyamitobura in Imbarara, then Maroons goes to 38 and they can be champions. If this Kyetume side wins this game, then they go to 37. And then that will mean that Maroons and Kyetume would have qualified, but also it would give a very good chance to Black Power, depending on the result that they get. So it's not yet clear even for Kitaka. They can still fail to qualify for the Uganda Premier League if they don't get a result in this game.
Yet they started the day topping the table. That is how tight it is in the 2nd tier of Uganda.
Absolutely.
Football, which is why it is important that you catch some of this action. I'm not so sure so many parties wanted this game to be live on TV. There are a section of them at least that we had some voices, but I'm sure there's a big number that also wanted to witness some of this action as the goals go in, as it were. This is Kitaka trying to clearing it through from using Charles Musoke, but it will just go out for a goal kick for Kitaka. If the Kitaka coach Achawango Godfrey Toldo, how do you react to going a goal down so early up with a match that has stakes like this?
Well, I tell you something, Michael. I think that for Kitaka, you're the home side. You know this ground better than anybody else. They just need to calm down and play their game because that's important. They've got to get into some sort of rhythm. We haven't seen that. They're still kicking the ball and hoofing it up, and I don't think that that's good enough. They need to calm down. They need to play their game, and they will get. I believe that they've got the quality to get back into this game. But just drawing back to the issue that you highlighted, how some people did not want this game on TV live. I think the level of professionalism needs to improve in our game, and people are realizing that there's no need to try and hide anything.
This is Sharif Saka, the man who set up the opening goal, trying to make inroads into the goal area again, but two players coming together.
That must be Wandege who was clattered into by Ezra Bida. There's a bit of a collision by the two of them, and it seems like Wandege got off worse there. But I don't think that it was premeditated. I think that what Ezra Bida was trying to do was just to intercept the ball, and they got a clash of legs. But quite unfortunate, we hope that they can run it off. But I don't know if you've realized that also the ground is a bit slippery since we had that rain, and it's making it a bit difficult for both sides or either side to get into any sort of rhythm. And in fact, it contributed to Kyetume's first goal because that pass laid on by Sharif Saka just wasn't an easy one for the Kitaka's defense to stop, and they were just sliding off the ground and made it easy for Ezra Bida to pick his spot.
Yeah, the fans of the home side shoulders haven't dropped as yet. It's early days. It's just the opening 6 minutes of the game. You wonder how they will behave as the game, if the score remains like this for much longer. It is Kitaka in that predominantly yellow kit, yellow jersey with blue shorts, playing from the left of your screen, and it's Kyetume in that almost all white strip who have taken the lead through Ezra Bida. They've had some good results to make mention of this season, this Kyetume side.
Yeah, that's true.
They had a 6-1 against Chitara at some stage. They beat somebody 9-1 against Nyamitiobara, so they can score some goals. And in fact, they also have some of the leading scorers in the league. It's a battle of its own in terms of getting the top scorers go. Freda Maku leading the way on 14. Ezra Bida, Ezra Kaechi Zito on 13. And Geoffrey Serukuma of Mida on 11. Akib Chuanko Proline with 10. And Clinton Kamdisha of Chitara on 10 as well. So that's a race on its own as we conclude what has been an exhilarating big league campaign where we saw 11 teams compete, and we only need the top 3 to get to the top tier of Ugandan football. As we watch some sloppy defending from Kitaka, but the goalkeeper for Kitaka, Edward Kasibante, coming up traps and using his feet to direct the ball away from his net. And it will be a fast corner for Kyetume FC.
Well, I don't think that was good defending. That was very clumsy defending coming in from the Kitaka defender Wandege there, because I don't understand Wandenga rather. I don't know what he was doing there, and that should have been a second goal. And believe me, if it had gone into the back of the net, then you'd feel that would be a mountain to climb for this Kitaka side. Very good goalkeeping from Kasibante Edward. I think he's been, for me, the best goalkeeper that I've seen in the Fufa Big League.
Corner for Kyetume. Almost Stephen Kagoda almost got to the end of that one, but missed the bigger part of the ball and will be disappointed because a good chance was presented at his feet.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think, Michael, that Kagoda needed to use his left foot in that kind of situation. He should have controlled that ball with the right and directed it, and rather taken a shot. But using the left, I felt that that was a bit of a lazy play coming from him.
Possession now for Kitaka through Onyai Raymond. Crossing it in the goal area, but does not find anybody within distance, and it will go out for a goal kick. Tense start to
Oh yeah.
This fixture,
Oh
you
yes,
feel the
you
aura
can.
in the air.
Yeah. Of course, you can feel it. That even the fans have now suddenly gone quiet. The home fans. I'm sure that the kind of result that they are seeing right now is not the one that they had anticipated. They probably felt that their team would take an early. You can see how they're all holding their heads. They look in despair already, and they're already complaining about what the proceed. I just tell you that that's what the game is all about. Very unpredictable, and you can see they're already complaining. They're already animated, and clearly it is not something that they had anticipated would happen. But of course, there's still some that keep their jovial mood. They still believe that Kitaka should be able to climb out of this kind of hole that they find themselves in and get back into this game.
It will be the worst moment to lose your first home fixture.
Oh
for
yes.
Kitaka.
What a bad timing it will be. Of course, even for Coach Godfrey Achawong, I'm sure that the pressure is really mounting on him.
He's a former goalkeeper, and I don't think you can blame his goalkeeper so much, Edward Kasibante, for the goal.
Yeah, no, not at all. I just think that he's going to blame the way his defense marked. But it's not looking good for Aziz Nambobi there. He's limping off. And he's been a mainstay for this side as the holding midfielder. And you think that with his experience, he's the kind of player that is needed in this kind of encounter.
Yeah, he's one who I said in my introductory remarks that he seemingly has some weight on him using the ordinary eye. But wait and see if he recovers for this, because the home side really need every troop that they can have today in order to dig themselves out. Remember, a draw is good enough for the team in yellow, Kitaka. Best year in Mbale. They have a big rivalry against the Mbale Heroes. It's been a while since we last saw a team in the top tier of Ugandan football coming from this region, John Piani.
Yeah, of course, and that's why you feel that it would be very good for the people of Mbale having a team in the Uganda Premier League, because it's been a while. The last that they had from this part of the country was Sierra Oak. That was the last team that played. That was around 2008 and 2009 season. Since that time, they've not had a team coming from Mbale and competing in the Uganda Premier League. So it would be really good news for the Mbale people if Kitaka would end that dark and get the monkey off their backs and get to qualify for the Uganda Premier League.
Throw in for Kyetume, long one, headed away by Rahmat Kajimu. Or rather, it was Wandeke. Now Kyetume launching it forward again, trying to look for the goal scorer Ezra Peter, but the ball goes out, and it's still 0 Kitaka, Kyetume 1 here on your home of sports, Sajoka Television, bringing you the action live from the eastern side of Uganda, Mbale. I'm sure a goal will send this stadium, a goal for the home side will send this stadium rocking, but they have had to make an early substitution. Fabi Shakur making his way in. In fact, it's not just one substitution, because Aka Nankus has also made his way in, and Peter Lusimbula is out of this. He was chosen as one of those frontmen, Lusimbula, and I think has barely had a touch on the ball, so the technical staff feeling that they need to make these early changes. John Vianney Simbe, it's still 14 minutes on the clock, two substitutions for Kitaka. What does that mean?
No, I just think that Peter Lusimbula, the captain, has just not had an impact in the first minutes, and I don't know whether it's something to do with maybe his fitness or maybe an injury somewhere that is inhibiting him. I just feel that for me, I'm not surprised that he's been taken over, and the person that has been brought on, like Shakur, coming in from Nambobi, Aziz in that midfield, Shakur squad, a wonderful goal when they fought from a goal down against Nyamitobra in the opening game of the second round. So you feel that he's an attacker that can give them quite some impetus.
That did quality, the captain for Kyetume, launching the corner, but kicked away by Kitaka. Battle for possession, looking for Raymond Onyai, but Kyetume through Charles Musoke clear. Because the field of play is, the ground is one that might have a bit of concerns, because of a few drops of rain that came earlier on before kickoff. As you watch Edward Kasibante putting the hearts of most of the home fans into their hands momentarily before he eventually gathers the ball.
Yeah, you think that he's been, you could say, the most impressive that they've had for Kitaka at the beginning of this game. I just don't think that their defense has looked in any way settled. They're making so many mistakes. I don't know whether it's the pressure of the occasion that is getting to them. And you can see that the way they're playing Kitaka in defense, they're looking quite shaky. And that, I'm sure that this Kyetume side is sensing, and they're trying to exploit that.
So free kick, Kitaka. This is Patrick Mubiru in goal for Kyetume. Jamiru Mungu started as the first choice goalkeeper, but has had issues to do with welfare in the club. So
he's not sorted those out up to now.
I wonder. But this is a free kick to be launched by Odong Francis. Effort not so good, and even the rebound probably much worse.
Yeah, of course, not a good one from the man with that ponytail, and of course he seems to have an extended beard that I think he designed for the occasion, one that would be a good one for the pictures if Kitaka qualify for the Uganda Premier League in the celebration. I'm sure he thought about that. They'll be celebrating at the end of this game, so he even designed his beard. But that's not a good free kick, and not one that could give them any chance of causing any problems to Mubiru in the Kyetume goal.
With the free kick headed away by the Kitaka defense. This is confirmation of Shakur Mafabi, jersey number 24, coming in for Kitaka's Aziz Nabobi, jersey 18. Sustained that injury earlier on as the throw-in is launched in. Odongo kicking it away. That did quite with his weaker right foot up in the air. But it's a free kick awarded against Kyetume's player Stephen Kagoda.
I think he held on there on Francis Odongo, and that's what the referee and judge have been unwanted in the game at this particular time, and that's why I saw that free kick. But you can see that from the way the game is panning out, Michael, somehow the two teams are still looking quite edgy in the way they are playing. We are yet to really see any kind of flow, and I think maybe it comes with the kind of pressure that comes from this kind of game.
About that result against Proline for Kyetume.
Oh yeah.
Losing.
There wouldn't be this kind of pressure, by the way, because if that won that game, then they'll be on 37 points.
But here they are trying to come again. Ball kicked away, and that's a man they need to be watching out for. Ezra Kayechi Zito, all of 13 goals to his name this season.
Yeah, he's been quite lethal for this Kyetume side, and a very consistent player, and one that if they can secure promotion will definitely be highlighted as the go-to guys who got Kyetume into the Uganda Premier League go right back in it.
Throw in. Goalkeeper Kasibante hitting it away, but Kyetume recover possession. Kitaka struggling to really make inroads into Kyetume's final third.
Yeah, of course they're struggling, and the thing is that with this kind of slippery ground, sometimes it can prove to be very difficult to get any sort of rhythm as you play, and it's the circumstances are working pretty well for Kyetume, considering that they've got the early goal. Now, what they keep doing is hoofing the ball away, because it works brilliantly for them. They keep hoofing the ball away and frustrating Kitaka.
Kyetume goalkeeper Patrick Mubiru launches that one, but Odongo gathers possession for Kitaka, but they're hoofing it away. Desperate times for the home side who's at the top of the table, but now have a chance to launch one on goal. No problem for Patrick Kumiru. Launched by Swamad Okur.
That was a good one by Swamad Okur. And I can tell you that if you look at the way this game is playing out, I don't think that we have seen the last of goals. I don't think that the goal scored by Ezra Bida is the last one. I still feel that this game has more goals to come. And what a beautiful one it would have been if Swamad Okur had directed that one far away from the goalkeeper into the back of the net. I just feel that there are goals in this Kitaka side.
Well, the leading scorers in the Startimes Fufa Big League in terms of the goals is this team in white, who already have a goal, and that means they have scored their 43rd goal of the season. And if there is any trick they have done this season is getting all that many goals. As we told you already earlier, put 9 past a hapless Nyamitoba, you could say.
Yeah, in the first round.
They had a 6-1 against Kitaka at some stage. But we are also involved in some high-scoring goals, whether they were winning or not. We are really involved in some high-scoring goals as well. So let's wait and see if this is another of them. Battle for possession. One momentarily by Kataka's player in the name of Emmanuel Mukisa. The ball will go out for a Kitaka throw-in. That's a man who loves to launch it deep. Coach told Ochawanga Godfrey. Still a calm figure on that touchline.
Yeah, I think he has every reason to remain calm, because I'm sure that in every sense he believes in this side and they've got quality, especially if you look at that attack of Raymond Onyai. Is one that returned to this side from Mombara, where he played in the first round. And they've had quite a number of goals scored resulting from those long throw-ins by Namaisi.
Namaisi launches. Header! The whistle had gone in advance. What is the call? Looks like a goal kick or a free kick has been awarded for Kyetume, and
it's a suggestion of a foul on the goalkeeper. I didn't see that. Maybe we need to check the replay.
There you go.
Yeah. I think the referee is right. That what happened is that what the Kyetume players did was try to block the pathway of the goalkeeper, and I think that is what the referee judged to have been illegal. But I don't know whether that ball had actually crossed the line. But that was a good attempt there coming in from Kyetume, and you feel that from such situations, this Kyetume side clearly can get back into this game. That should give them belief. I can tell you, Michael.
Dongo, Kitaka, trying to cross it right. A chance for Kitaka, goalkeeper parries it away. Patrick Kumiru. Wow, good spell for Kitaka as they try to get back into this game.
Yeah, you can see that they are really getting to grips with the game. They're trying to step on it and trying to put pressure on Kyetume. And you think that if they can sustain this pressure, then there's no doubt that they will get back into this game.
Here's the goal scorer, Ezra Bida for Kyetume, who are now the table toppers. As we wait for updates from Maroons. And Maroons taking on Nyamitoba, as well as other fixtures. Blacks Power taking on Luero. The table toppers have scored through this man, Ezra Bida. But a good pass here to find
Kisa, good pass. Very good pass there. Very good play coming in from Kitaka. That's something that they need to sustain if they're to get back into this game. They need to play better.
Emma Kaliowa for Kyetume, launching that, and now the second goal has gone in off the header. And Kyetume might just be stunning. The table leaders coming into this fixture. It's a match of high stakes. No team has beaten Kitaka here, but Kyetume are 2 goals to nil up inside the opening 25 minutes of this game.
Well, I must tell you, Michael, that was brilliant play from Emma Kaliowa. Just shows his experience. and he just beats all those tackles and then slices a very good cross far end, and who meets the header, and that is Ezra Kaye, and he does what he has done so well this season with a brilliant and smart header. But that marking from Kitaka has been pathetic, and no wonder they've conceded a second goal. And if they end up losing this game, they'll just have to rule the kind of defending that they've exhibited this afternoon, and it's just not been good enough.
44th goal for Kyetume this season as Kitaka rattled the woodwork. What a game it's turning out to be.
Well, I just told you that, Michael, that the goal that we saw from Ezra Bida was not the last one. And I felt that the game was opening up, and you could see how it's opened up. And that's where we saw that chance that was created by Kaliowa Emma. Very good player for Kyetume this season, he has proved to be. And one that you feel that is also going to be considered as one of their go-to guys this season. Very good play so far from in this game from Emma Kaliowa, and Kyetume taking their chances, been very impressive. And of course, we can see that Kitaka has not yet given up. They are continuing to fight. Just hit the post there, so we cannot write them off just yet.
Wow. Patrick Mubiru was left rooted onto his feet as Kitaka launched that one, which rattled the upright.
2-0, Michael. We didn't see this coming. It wasn't in the script. You felt that with the kind of record that Kitaka has had, I even wrote about it. I felt that it was going to be a mountain to climb for Kyetume. But they've defied the odds. They've defied all the problems that they've encountered today, and gone ahead to take that 2-0 lead.
Well, there's a roar from the Kyetume team. I think regarding foul play or deliberate foul play on their goalkeeper Patrick Mubiru, but the referee will wave that one off, and Mubiru is up on his feet again, and he lost this one. 26 minutes played here on your home of sport, Sanyuka Television, and we are bringing to you live a match of high stakes, and it's tending to be owned by a team away from home in these opening few minutes of the game. This is David Mutono, the head coach of the team in the lead.
Must be proud. And you know the funny thing, Michael, is that in the first round, this game ended 4-2 in favor of Kyetume, and they seemed to have the number of Kitaka. They are leading 2-0 away. Not an easy and expected result that we're seeing before our eyes.
They haven't lost so many games, Kyetume, just the 5 games. But speaking of losses, Kitaka has only lost 3 prior to this one.
And all of them have been away from home.
Absolutely. It will be a shocker of
great magnitude, yeah, for sure. Yeah, of course. But I just don't think that they've played well defensively. Maybe because of what we've seen of them in the defense, then they probably would not deserve to qualify for the Uganda Premier League.
And I wonder how the fans will receive that. The Kitaka fans. Definitely, I know how the Mbali Heroes fans will receive that.
They'll be in delirium. I'm sure that is the kind of sentiment that the AC Milan fans felt last night when Inter Milan lost. And so you would probably see that it's the same for Atletico Madrid when Real Madrid loses, or even for Barcelona.
Now, there was trouble almost again. But Okeloli came to the rescue of Kitaka. Talked about that Inter Milan game, and what a howler from the goalkeeper for the second goal. My God.
You just can't imagine if it was in Uganda. I don't know what would be said that he ate.
This is Ezra Bida trying to launch it through the channel, but it was overhit, and the goal scorer for the first goal.
We haven't seen much of him in this game, have we? Since he scored, he's definitely gone a while since he scored. I don't know whether he switched off the moment he scored and just declared himself that I've done the job. What next? What else do you still want from me? But now I can tell you, Michael, this is going to be a true test of character for this Kitaka side. Can they come back from 2 goals down? We've seen them fight from down when they played Nyamichobora, but this Kyetume side is definitely not Nyamichobora, are they?
No, certainly they aren't. They might be having their welfare issues, which are much publicized. But the spirit is not lacking today, not at all.
Of course, Michael, you've got a chance to qualify for the Uganda Premier League. Every other thing is put to the side, and the focus is on one thing, qualifying, and then probably the fights will be resuscitated after you've qualified for the Uganda Premier League, or they've got to struggle with will be reawakened after they've qualified for the Uganda Premier League. And that's what Kyetume is showing, that really showing very good spirit and determination to try and win this game.
Yeah, they are Kyetume in attack mode. Emmanuel Kaliowa, man who set up the second goal, loses possession. Chance for Kitaka to launch a break. But the ball overhit. And Patrick Mubiru will let it rest on his chest before he eventually gathers it and launch a goal kick. Already half an hour played here at the Mbale Municipal Stadium. Onside Kitaka. 2 goals down in a fixture where a draw would suffice for them to storm the top tier of Uganda football. And look what is happening to them.
Yeah, you know what? That's the beauty about the game. And the funny thing is that we can't say that Kyetume has overwhelmed Kitaka in terms of how they are playing. The thing is that Kyetume has just taken his chances. Kitaka has also got very good chances, like 3 of them, where you feel that at least they would have converted 2, and probably the goal would be 2-2 by now. And that's the funny thing about the game. You just have to be clinical. If you don't take your chances, then you're going to get punished.
Here they are trying to take their chances, Kitaka. But the ball that was launched into the area was not met by any of the home team players, and it will be a goal kick. And the goalkeeper, Patrick Mubiru, will take every other second that he can, understandably so.
Well, I'll tell you something, Michael, from what we're seeing, the difference between the two sides also is showcased by the level of experience. If you look at Kitaka, or maybe you...
Yeah, this, as you break it down for us, a 3rd substitution in 31 minutes has been done for a desperate-looking Kitaka.
Yeah, Joel Onziku has been substituted right back, the man who scored the only goal that secured them victory against Maroons in the first round here. He's been taken out, and I think it's because of the second goal and even the first one, because they passed on his side for the first one, and the second one, the cross was deep into his side, and he was nowhere to be seen in marking Ezra Kaye. So I think the coach felt that he's been the weakest link for this Kitaka side. But like I was saying earlier on, experience is showing, because you look at this Kyetume side. You've got Dan Bidikwari, has been a top flight, has won the championship with Vipers a couple of times, and he's won trophies with Vipers, so he's got a lot of experience. He's in that defense. You look at a player like Emakali, who has played for Sports Club Villa, played for Express in the Uganda Premier League, lots of experience, played also for Sowana at one time. So you look at that quality that Kyetume has in terms of experience, and of course Ezra Kaye as well, and you look at Sharif Saka. And it's a big difference, and probably what is telling in showcasing the kind of result that we're seeing at this time. You look at Kitaka, they don't have that kind of experience that has played at the top flight.
Certainly not at all, and even some of the introductions that they made in mid-season were from largely that school, Amusi.
Yeah, youngsters.
A team of youngsters who are competing also in those.
That's a school that is owned by the member of parliament.
Yeah, who sits on that big budget committee. And of course, we understand that he's one of the owners of this Kitaka site.
One of the directors.
The directors. Some frantic calls, I can tell you, were made to him regarding televising this fixture.
Why were they made to him? Is he
Is
supposed to decide? I thought that's Fufa's decision, which game is going to be on TV.
Yeah, it was quite strange earlier on today. But let's wait for the launch from Namaisi. There's a Kyetume player on ground inside their area, but the referee happy to have play continue. This is Namaisi crossing. Everybody misses. Cleared off the line. How does this stay out?
My word, unbelievable.
How did it stay out? And there's a call for a shout for a penalty, I think, which Mashoud Sali will wave off, and instead call for the medical team to pay attention to a Kyetume player who is down. But if it is not your day,
yeah, and probably this is one of those ugly days for Kitaka, because they've got the chances and somehow they just can't go in. The ball just can't cross the line, and you can see those two quick rebounds. Francis Odongo and also Wandenga also trying to put the ball in the back of the net and just can't cross the line. And you just, I don't know whether for the players that they're not thinking that maybe this is just not our day. Just look at the action there, Michael. It was breathtaking, and you felt that now this is the moment that Kitaka gets back into the game.
Absolutely, ball was launched into the area, struck not so cleanly, headed away momentarily. Namaisi had a second bite at the cherry after heading it down, crossed it. I don't think he hit it so cleanly, but somehow finding lots of bodies of his teammates in the area, but none of them with the conviction or with that final touch to put it away, and a big chance goes missing for the home side, who trailed 2-0. Here's a corner. Breathtaking affair.
Yes, it is, and I'm sure that they're going through those chances. Those are very good chances to get them back into the game. And you know, each time that you miss such a chance, like we've just seen Francis Odongo's double effort and not going into the back of the net, it starts breeding desperation and also frustration for Kitaka.
Kyetume launching it to Ezra Kaye, scorer of the second goal. But goalkeeper with his knee high up in the air collects that one, Edward Kasivante, and it will be hit out for a throw-in. Rome hitting that one, the right back hitting that for a throw-in for Kitaka. Some breathtaking minutes.
Yeah, but I know, incidentally, Michael, that Kitaka can still qualify if they lose. Even that's if Black Spur lose to Luweero. So Kitaka still not out of it, but I just don't think that they can count on Black Spur losing in Ndira. So they're not out of it, but they need to get their job done on this side. That would be the irony if they end up qualifying without winning the game. But that means that Black Spur has got to lose, and also hope that maybe Maroons also gets disrupted along the way in Mbarara.
That means it is an anxious wait for the Kitaka fans. Nyamitio on the bottom side, already relegated, taking on Maroons in Mbarara. We shall be updating you with the scores from that. Calvary taking on Mida is the other fixture. But also at the bottom of the table, Ndeje has a crucial one against Chitara. A victory for Ndeje will ensure that Proline is relegated. And Black Power take on Luweero United.
And according to the update that's coming through from Ndira, it's still Black Power 0, Luweero United 0.
Well, that will be music to the ears of Kitaka, but still Black Spur will have one more point ahead of them. Kitaka.
Yeah, exactly.
Free kick, Kyetume. Dan Biri Kwadira trying to launch that one. Delivery not so good, and it will be disappointing for his teammates.
Yeah, but maybe for Biri Kwadira, he can and his teammates, they can take that, especially when you're 2 goals up. You probably can let that slide. You don't have so much pressure. You're not desperate. You still have your 2-goal cushion. The problem is if Kitaka get back into this one, and then you start remembering those chances missed.
This is Ezra Bida, scorer of the first goal inside the opening 2 minutes. Chance Lion falls kindly for Kyetume, who take an astonishing 3-0 lead. Sharif Shaka possibly hitting the final nail into the coffin of the home side. Kyetume 3, Kitaka 0.
Well, I'll tell you something, Michael. Just like their name, it's a synonym that comes from the word soil. This Kitaka side are definitely into the ground now with that fine finish coming in from Sharif Saka. That brilliant run from Bida Ezra, beating Wandega, falling all over, and they just couldn't keep his balance. And then the defense, Namaisi, also couldn't keep out this Kyetume side, who have looked very sharp on the counter and have looked very efficient when they're broken away. And that's one that you feel that is the killer punch that ends any prospects for Kitaka qualifying for the Uganda Premier League.
Well, I wonder how the fans will receive this, but your guess is as good as mine. As Kitaka restart. Before today, they had not lost a game here. They are on the brink of their worst scoreline of the season.
Of a whitewash, on the brink of a whitewash, because 3-0 at 40 minutes, you just shudder to think what could happen after 80 minutes. Could be 5-0 or something. You can see the coaches are all angry and animated. They can't believe what they are seeing unfold before them. And the phone calls are also being made in haste, probably to find a solution. I wonder where that solution is coming from. Could he be calling maybe Jose Mourinho for some tactical guidance there?
Well, I can tell you there were lots of frantic calls for different reasons this morning. And Kitaka seem where to stand to receive this scoreline, and we are still into the first half of this game.
Yes.
What has gone wrong?
Well, I just tell you, Michael, the defending has been wretched, but also the spirit that Kyetume has shown. I don't know whether they were just pumped up just because of what they went through as they got to the ground, being locked out for some minutes. I don't know whether that's something that really fired them up, and they came up guns blazing, determined to settle the score on the ground, and they've done that brilliantly, this Kyetume side.
Goalkeeper Kasibante launches this. They really need to get back into this game and do it so quickly.
Well, I'm sure that for the Kyetume chairman, who was also locked out of the ground for some time, I wonder whether he's been allowed in. Wherever he is, I don't think he would mind now, even if he doesn't enter the ground. If he hears that his team is leading 3-0, then he probably will feel, well, what need do I really would prompt me to get into the ground if my team is leading 3-0. I'm sure he's celebrating wherever he is.
Well, a bit of agitation we can see from where we are sitting in parts of the stands. Hopefully it ends peacefully, because this is a result which will be too hard to take for the home fans.
Yeah, I'm sure that this is a kind of result that many of them had never dreamt of in their wildest of nightmares. Even this just didn't stick at all. And now to see their team at 3-0 down, we can see sections of some fans irate, and the police has been called in to try and calm them down. The Mbale fans just don't seem to be in good mood after seeing their team go 3 goals down.
Clearance from Kitaka through their left back. Tinge Ahadu.
Can see the police is in some bit of incidents there with some fans, and they're chasing them out of the ground.
Yeah, there seems to be lots of tension.
If you look on the far side of your picture, you can see fans moving to the right side, and you can see the police there in those that blue camouflage, frantically moving around to try and ensure that they calm the temperatures here that seem to be getting out of order.
This was predictable, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course, it was expected, but you hope that there's enough security to ensure that everybody is safe.
And the Qualida clears this to safety. Throw in Kitaka as we edge ever so closer to that halftime whistle. Kitaka trying all they can to get back into this game. I wonder how much belief They do have, incidentally, they enter this fixture level not just on points with the second place Blacks Power, but they are literally an identical record in all sorts of sections. In terms of wins, draws, losses, almost goals scored. The goal difference was the same. So it's such a frantic end to what has been an absorbing Fufa Big League season.
Yeah, but I'm sure that the disappointment couldn't be much greater, Michael, for the Kitaka fans. This is not the kind of result that they envisaged, especially after this Kyetume side was beaten by Poland 3-2 just a couple of weeks ago.
The goal scorer for his first goal runs this one out of the pitch and ensures that it even goes much further, just to kill off a few more seconds as we edge closer to that halftime whistle.
Yeah, and halftime score in Lira, it's still Blacks Power 0 and Luwero United. Somehow Luwero is hanging on, and I just hope that again this game also in Lira can also be played in the right spirit, because I think one of the things that you want to avoid are any kind of incidents, and for both sides being 0-0, you think that it's also another tension-packed game there in Lira.
Free kick, Kitaka. Stephen Namaisi launching this one into the goal area. Dan Birikwalira clears. He's been a busy man in that left-back position. Chance for Salif Shaka to run onto this, but he has two defenders against him. And they will maintain a win possession, but Namaisi now seems to be playing in that holding role.
Yeah, but what a good feeling for Kyetume to have all your three forwards hitting the back of the net in this kind of game, and you need them in this, and they've shown that they've not been top scorers by accident, and they've shown it even on this day. The three of them, Ezra Bida, looking at Kaye Ezra as well, and then you look at also the player Sharif Saka also scoring. He struggled a lot in the first round against when he was at Arua Hill, but when he returned here, he's had a good return of goals also and contribution to this Kyetume side.
So the halftime whistle goes, and it's not the result that the home side were expecting or wishing for. They are stunned by Kyetume, who started the day in fourth position. Early goal from Ezra Bida inside the opening 2 minutes of the game started it all, before further goals from Ezra Kayechizito and Sarif Shaka, giving clear daylight between themselves and the home side. It is just the 45 minutes, but I'm sure that result will ring a bit of shockwaves, to say the very least, considering that as we talk to you right now, Maroons are 2-0 up against bottom side Nyamityobona, as you would expect. So it's all to do for Kitaka, who can still qualify with a loss, but it's a nail-biting fixture for them. At halftime here at the 10th Mbale Municipal Stadium, it's Kitaka 0, Kyetume 3.